Councillor for the Trafalgar Division, Kari Douglas, has denied allegations of breaching the curfew order. Ms. Douglas was arrested and charged last night under the Disaster Risk Management Act after she was found outdoors during the curfew hours. Anthony Lugg reports.
Since the island-wide curfew was imposed to contain the spread of COVID-19 in the country, we've seen where the police have been using their discretion. However, Councillor for the Trafalgar Division, Kari Douglas, wasn't so lucky on Tuesday night. She was charged under the Disaster Risk Management Act and with disorderly conduct. According to Douglas, she was stopped by the police on her way home shortly after 9.
On my way home, just about 2 blocks from my house, I was pulled over by members of the JCF, ordered me out of my vehicle, to which I complied, asked me the reason why I was on the road and whether or not I was aware of the curfew. Yes, I told them I was aware of the curfew. However, I was exempt as a councillor of a municipal corporation under the recently amended Disaster Risk Management Act. They asked me to provide my identification. I told them that I had my driver's license on me as identification. He said he did not want to see that. He wanted to see a KFAMC-issued ID, which I did not have on me at the time. I told him that it was no secret, being a public elected representative, that I was indeed a councillor and that he could just make a call or two to verify.
Under the curfew, members of the Houses of Parliament, any person employed in a service concerning the provision of health, water, electricity and public works are among those exempted. But could the charge have been triggered because Douglas behaved boisterously?
It could not have been because I was not. I believe that because they feel as if the charge, the original, which is called the substantive charge, cannot and will not stand, that they just threw something else in there.
So what does the law state and what could an officer in such an instance do? We put the issue to attorney at law Peter Champagne.
Well, in the event that you are stopped and the officer requests of you information against the background of what is happening now, in the event that you are unable to properly identify yourself either by way of a document in the form of an ID, there is always a general discretion that an officer can exercise to satisfy himself that you are a person that is exempt based on the current state of affairs.
Mr. Champagne pointed to what he describes as an important feature of the Disaster Risk Management Act.
It is really designed to prevent persons who really have no business on the road at a particular time. It is not designed to prosecute persons that would have a legitimate basis for being on the road at a particular time. And I do believe that considering the factors of good policing and all of that, in instances a warning is sufficient, or in some instances a summons. I don't know that it would necessarily extend to somebody being taken to the station, arrested and charged and being offered station bail and so on.
Kari Douglas was given station bail and is set to appear in court on May 6. Anthony Lugg, TVJ News.